You're watching TVC News at 4. We have with us the former chairman of Ikore local government area in Rivers State, Nwanosike, to talk more about how the structure, the local government structure, would look like in Rivers State. It's good to have you join us on TVC News at this time.
Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to get the obvious as it's going on in our state today.
Well, now that the Supreme Court has, of course, reaffirmed local government autonomy, of course, a lot of eyes are on Rivers State for the implementation, given that the tenure of your crop of local government officials has expired. And there are caretaker committee chairmen in place already, of course, installed by the governor of the state, who should rightfully occupy the offices, the expired officials or the caretaker chairman?
On July, the Supreme Court gave a clear ruling in their judgment, and I want to say that I have forwarded to your studio a copy of the certified true copy of the judgment of all the 7 Supreme Court justices. Most importantly, that of Justice Adume JSC, in that case, says clearly that in the event for an election not to be conducted in that of the presidency, that the National Assembly has the right to extend the tenure of Mr. President for 6 months in the event of crisis, war, and just as is listed in that certified true copy of that judgment. Also, that the House of Assembly of a state also has the power to make resolution to extend the tenure of elected local government chairmen for 6 months, pending the conduct of local government election. This is the current law of Nigeria because the Supreme Court is the highest court of our land. The problem we have in our state is that we have a leader who have decided to govern us without being the governor of Rivers State, Governor Fubara, have decided to govern Rivers State without any provision of our constitution, without any appropriation, without any belief in any known court judgment. In fact, as we speak, all the judgments of Court of Appeal stating that Oko Jumbo and his activities are not known to law and everything they have done is null and void.
Mr. Nwanosike,
the governor have jettisoned those judgments, not even trying to appeal them to say, okay, let me go to Supreme Court to appeal them. No. Rather, has carried on with the Oko Jumbo-led
Mr. Nwanosike, the question is, right, I understand your position, and I know that you have legal explanations to this, to your point, but a lot of people are wondering, whose interest really are you serving, the people or yours?
The people's interest. The people gave me an elected mandate. Matisamewule is the House of Assembly recognized by law in accordance with Justice Omoto's judgment of 24th of January 2024, which has not been appealed by the governor of the state and his team. The most currently and most recently is the Court of Appeal ruling that says that everything done by Oko Jumbo is null and void and that they should return back to status quo as it was when the House was inaugurated. Matisamewule is the Speaker of the House of Assembly. And we have said clearly that the crisis in our state is a crisis that our judicial leaders are just quiet. And we don't know why they have chosen to take that path. Other states, when we had the issue of judicial crisis in Kano, the legal luminaries came out and said clearly, this is what to do. In that of Rivers State, we are surprised that everybody is quiet. The CJN, NJC, everybody is quiet. We are asking, don't we belong to the same Nigeria? They say judiciary is the hope of the common man. Today, we live in a state where our governor wakes up in the morning and says that the judgment of Supreme Court means nothing to him. Because for him to still allow the caretaker committee members he set up, even before the judgment of Supreme Court was issued, look at what happened in Osun State. As soon as that judgment came on the 11th of July, the Osun State government ordered the dissolution of all CTCs in their states. That is how leaders go. Now, the worry is you are giving funds you seized from elected local government chairmen, even when their tenures were running. Well, even the last allocation that they received, you are giving it to your cronies in the name of
I'm afraid we do not have so much time.
Let me make this point. You give them the funds belonging to the people. They carry these funds in the name of empowerment, buy vehicles for their aides, their family relatives, and come and make public show.
I understand.
Barely make vehicles.
We do not have so much time. Just go ahead and make your final point, like in 30 seconds.
So my final point is that rather than the governor appeal judgments of courts, he is busy going to court of lower instance, courts like state high courts, going to different states to go and look for federal high court, to go and get injunctions to unseat Martin Samewule and the original assembly, because he's worried that if Martin Samewule and the assembly are not removed from office, that he will be impeached. The truth of the matter is that they are just asking you, can you run a state without a budget?
I'm afraid we might have to leave that former chairman of Ikoyi local government in River State, Nwanosike. We'll definitely try and bring you back another time to better explain your stand as the former chairman of Ikoyi local government. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on TVC News.
Thank you for having me.
Let's move on to other stories now. Hundreds of artisans and petty traders in Lagos State